Trump started backpedaling on some of his promises that he made during the campaign, I feel like MAGA really attacked him. And it's a split in MAGA right now. It's the split where it's one part of MAGA is supporting Israel, and the other part of MAGA is not. It's like they're promoting Israel. They saying we need to go to war with Iran, and then you have this part of MAGA that's like, no, you ran on a peace. You know what I mean? You ran on a peace campaign. You said you was gonna release the Epstein files. Now you're saying you're not. You made a promises to us. So it's gonna be very interesting on how which is Trump is gonna be able to lose his base, because I will say that MAGA did sort of hold him accountable faster than I think black people have tried to hold Democrats accountable.
Right. And remember, MAGA. I mean, just think about what they did. They got so tired of career politicians that they said, we're going to find a guy that's not establishment. We're going to find a guy that's anti-establishment, and we're going to teach you motherfuckers a lesson. Look, this part, I've said this 100 times. I'm going to say it again. It's still mind blowing to me that Trump socially slapped around 16 career Republicans in 2016 when he was campaigning, because he knew they always bought and paid for. So Trump and MAGA was a match made in heaven or hell. Y'all tell me which one. So because they found their guy and he found his base. Now, to your point, Solo, they both served each other's purpose. I mean, Trump is a lame duck president unless he starts another world war, which would extend his presidency into a third term for the second time in U.S. history. FDR was the first president and the only president to serve 3 terms during World War II. Because when it was time for him to get out, they hit Pearl Harbor, and FDR stayed in power. If Trump, and I'm not trying to get too deep in it. Hey, look here, I want to say something to the feds. If y'all, or whoever, to whom it may concern, not just the feds. If y'all ever hear me going too deep, just send me a text and say, Taj, all right now, just slow down, or we're gonna just let me, because this shit ain't, I want to share what I've learned and know, but I'm not trying to. You smell what I'm telling you? I'm not trying to jump off of the cliff for this shit. But I study, I like to share stuff with my people. So if Trump starts a war with Iran, because he's a lame duck president right now. But if a war with Iran starts, that gives him what he wants to be a third term president. He would be the second president in U.S. history to do that. So this is some very interesting times we're in right now. And but to the point with you, Solo, they both already served each other purposes. Trump served the purpose for MAGA. MAGA served their purpose. That's why Trump told them, when they kept asking for them Epstein files, Trump was basically like, from this point forward, we really don't need you motherfuckers no more. So y'all need to pump the brakes. But like you said, Solo, MAGA kept coming at his ass. Like, nah, nigga, release them shits. Release them fucking Epstein files. We want to know who the pedophiles are. So that's here's where we are. Let's see what happens.
So hold up, let me address 2 comments real quick. Shout out to Hype Me Up. He said, at this point, we shouldn't have faith in government anymore. Both parties have taken advantage of us and have seen us solely as currency. We need a mass reconstruction of what America is and should be. Absolutely agree. And I want to point out, shout out to Ali for addressing something that I'm getting tired of addressing. Like, he's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. He's not looking to understand, because he's just getting in. I don't want to sound like I'm trying to belittle you or talk down on you, but bro, you're missing the points that we're trying to give you, like we're saying. And I don't know how you're missing it, because we have not once sat up here and just defended Trump. We're not Trump supporters like that. But what we're trying to say is the benefits of some of the things that he is doing. And like Ali said, they have never denied what they have done. Speaking of the Republicans, he's speaking to their exposing themselves will work in our benefit, which is exactly what we're talking about. Them exposing the Democrats, the Democrats exposing the Republicans is beneficial to us, because it's allowing us to sit back and be like, damn, both of them aren't for us. That's been my whole purpose of this shit, to get the black people to see that the Democrats are not for us. We ain't got no trouble making y'all see that the Republicans not for us,
Right.
but y'all
That ain't
holding on to the
hard.
fucking Democrats, and they're not either. And in fact, they're worse. And you're steady trying to hold on to them. That's the issue that we're having. I say,
Anybody else want to go before I share a little more?
you got
And here, Solo, Cairo,
I'm here, but it's so much static.
is that better? Here's
It sounds like somebody running water.
here's what I want to say to Trump. You got close to one of our greatest icons, the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. And this is one of the first black celebrities we have a photograph of you. So we know you associated yourself with a lot of our great icons. Muhammad Ali, the list goes on. But I'm mentioning Muhammad Ali because after Muhammad Ali became the world champion in boxing, he officially joined the Nation of Islam. And the Nation of Islam gave him, y'all hear me out on this, the base, the people power. Man, it was mobsters coming at Muhammad Ali saying, nigga, you better throw this fight or we're gonna kill you. Nigga, you better throw it. And the nation would step up for Muhammad Ali like, y'all crackers ain't gonna kill shit. So Trump took a page out of Muhammad Ali's book and did what, Solo? He went and got MAGA. Is this making sense, y'all? So we got pictures with him being right up under Muhammad Ali. He admires him and everything. So when he saw how powerful that was, he was like, damn, so that's all I need. Muhammad Ali got a base of his people called the Nation of Islam, got one of the greatest speakers, Malcolm X, and these brothers ready to kill or die for this dude. And why you think Muhammad Ali confidence was already through the roof? When he got that backing, you can't say shit now. I said all that to say this. Trump did the same thing with MAGA. Let me go get my redneck homies out the South. Yeah, he a New York City kid, but he's his mother's Scottish. His dad is Scottish/German. Most white folks in the South are from Scottish and Irish heritage. Is this making sense? Or I'll stop it. Is the connection making sense?
It makes sense.
So when he found his white version of the Nation of Islam called MAGA, you couldn't tell Trump shit. What did Trump tell us? I could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and my base ain't going nowhere. Huh? So what I'm saying is, Trump, a lot of our influential icons have rubbed off on you. I ain't about to go through the roll call list. We understand who's in your base. All the cool flavor you pulled out of our culture. Y'all tell me. I mean, does he owe us anything? I don't know if owe is the right word, but that's it. I'm at my wit's end right now. I'll pass the mic.
I don't know how true this part is. He said, dude, what do I'm going to ignore your first comment because that's just kind of ignorant. But he said, trillions have come in and investments, the factories are being built 1.5 years and there will be good jobs. So that goes to that factory thing, Taj. Remember we talked about that factory shit?
Yeah, Trump.
I don't know if this is true or not, but you know.
No. Well, he played, and so he told his folks in the South. Trump is a New York City slickster, so he told his folks in the South, "Yeah, we're going to bring those factories back." Trump, you know damn well Americans are too expensive to pay to bring them factories back to the nation. So, but it worked. They bought into it. Now we're in his second term. Has any of those factories came back?
Thank you, Talia. I was thinking that too, but I wasn't gonna say that to and I'm pretty sure this person is white, but yeah.
Now he might have checked some other boxes for them, but when it came to that, I knew that from the get-go that shit went. When Trump, you was Americans are too, and I say Americans, I'm talking about all of us now, U.S. citizens. We cost too much. We really don't want to work that hard. I'm talking about all of us, black, white, Spanish, Asian, all of us. So the foreign labor is a better business model. So what I'm trying to say is he ran a little game on his peep down there. They had them thinking he was gonna bring them factories back, and he ain't brought not one back yet. He's changed the narrative to drill, baby, drill. So all I'm saying is let's do the right thing. Can we do the right thing, y'all? And we don't have to be friends. We don't have to get along. But if y'all really love the nation, this is the only nation we know. This is the only nation we got. Everybody else got somewhere else to go back to except us. Why wouldn't we fight? So Yeah. Then you got Trump plazas all in Saudi Arabia. The motherfuckers all, oh, that man is a globalist. Ain't no damn nationalist. He's a globalist, but they fell for that. Don't worry, guys. We want to bring the factories back. So that's where we are, y'all. Listen, it's about the best interest. You want someone who's going to work in your best interest, whether they like you or not. You could be a stone cold racist. If the moves the stone cold racist is making is working in our best interest, and this thing with the immigrant stuff, even if Trump is doing it for his base, I just told y'all I know people all across the country that work at different I use Home Depot just for an example, and they're like, man, this shit is clear as a mother. If you need a job, let us know. They hiring like a motherfucker. So that's how it's indirectly benefiting us. And then, like TK said, the entrepreneur grants. One thing about the Republican Party, and I'm not a Republican, they are pro-business. If you bought your business, I don't know if it'll trickle down to our community, but that's what it is. The Democratic Party just been exposed, y'all. The motherfuckers either gonna get right or get left. And if you know American history, I said this on a few shows ago, the first two parties of this nation was the Democrat Party and a party called the Whigs. Look up WHIG. When the Whigs did not want to change, guess who came and moved their ass out the way?